Folks, we're picking this ride up after much confusion and here and there and not knowing what to do due to the weather. Going to Yungaburra. Now, when we first set out, it was to Yungaburra, and then to let you know, we got 10 minutes in and then we turned around because it was raining. Then we were heading back to Herberton, and then we weren't heading back to Herberton. Now we're doing Yungaburra, so I'm a little bit confused. My son-in-law and husband have me a bit confused, but I will let you know that on the tablelands the weather can be completely different from town to town. Way different. So if you go like I did, oh, the weather's great, let's go out, without looking at the weather for the rest of the towns, you can be subject to anything. So we thought it'll be fine, but then it wasn't fine, and now it's fine again. And but no joking, there really is a huge variance in the weather up here. It's very windy. I can feel it pushing me, but that's okay, that's better than rain. Okay folks, we're getting close to Yungaburra, and as I said, this is one of my favourite little spots in the world. And also Malanda, it is also one of my favourite spots. I guess I can only show you what I can show you with a ride around town, so it's not going to, unless I got off and walked and showed you everything individually and walked into some of the shops and the eateries, but which we're not going to do today, but just a ride through. So we come into it, there's a platypus viewing area down there. There's a couple of platypus viewing areas in Yungaburra, and I've never seen one. And I love the way that they have all the flowers, I think they're called impatiens, most of them. I could be wrong. All hanging beside the road and the footpath. So this is one of those places that, you know, you come to for a weekend and have coffee and lunch and go to the Yungaburra market, but that's only once a month. You know, one of those lazy weekend places. The gem gallery is over there, but unfortunately I'm not too happy with them. Many years ago I bought a beautiful opal ring and the opal fell out, and they did fix it. Fell out again, and they fixed it again. You had to post it each time. They fixed it again and put some clasps on it, but then it came out again, which they say, no, it would have broken, you would have dropped it, and I don't recall that happening. So he didn't really want to do anything about it except to give me a horrible opal, which I had to pay for, and reset it very unevenly. But it's still a nice place to go into. I don't want to take that away from them. And they do have some nice things in there, because it really could have totally been my doing. Their only supermarket is the Food Works. So for bulk shopping, they'd probably go into Atherton or even down to Cairns if they wanted to, across to Mareeba. I guess sometimes when you start putting in big supermarkets, it can actually ruin the place. It takes away the charm of a place when they start putting in big supermarkets and things like that. So the other day on the last one, we did take you to the dam, which is only a couple of kilometres away, but it's actually at Tinaroo, but which is sort of, I guess, under the umbrella of Yungaburra. There's a state school. Lots of lovely old houses here in the village itself. Very green. And it's still a bit cloudy and the sun's not shining on us, but we'll get the filming of the place done, just in case we don't get a sunny day while we're here. And it's not looking good. Nick's restaurant has been there ever since I've known Yungaburra, and they do pizzas and things. I think it's Italian, and I believe it is quite popular. So that was a little exploration of Yungaburra. Don't know where we're off to now. I'm just following my boys. If I guess correctly, we are going to have a look at one of the farms that Boss works at. Boss manages Avocado farms. I can't think of the name of the company. And primarily avocados, but also bananas. And there may be something else, but I couldn't really tell you. And I did ask him to take us to one of the farms with a committee. Yesterday it rained and rained and rained, and we decided to play a game of telestrations in the afternoon. That's quite funny, folks, if you ever get the opportunity to play telestrations. I guess what makes it funnier is when you get people that can't draw, and that's me. But anyway, we then decided to watch a couple of movies. One of them was Fracture, which I had seen before, but I consider it a really good movie. I could be wrong about this. We may not be going avocadoing. You'll see this sign there that says Lake Tinaroo, and that's the lake we showed you the other day, but it is very, very large, so there's different entrances. As you can see, all the sugar cane. Lots and lots of sugar cane up here. You know, if I was left on my own right now and said, okay, go back to Everton, I'd have to ride around and round and round in circles until I saw a sign that said Everton. Because, because I have no idea. I get totally lost. This is another little place called Carai. I don't know if that's how I pronounce it. Carai. Plenty of water there. A little bit too much rain there. So behind those pines there are avocado trees for sure. It's one of my favourite foods actually, avocado. But you pay a premium for them at the moment. But well, I'll make the most of it while I'm here and I can eat as many as I like. Sarah Farming. Okay, so this is one of the farms. So, this is where Possum works. Well, one of them, isn't it, Poss? One of the farms?
Yeah.
This is one of the farms, and there we have the beautiful avocado trees.
How many acres here? 60 hectares. 60 hectares of avocado.
Just on this one alone. 60 hectares on this one alone. And look at all the little lovely avocados hanging up there. So you've just recently picked, but you're still picking?
No, not on this farm.
Not on this farm?
Yeah, we're picking shepherds at the moment. These are Hass.
Oh, they look like shepherds to me. Okay, how can you tell?
Well, the rough skin and the Hass hang.
Oh, true. Yeah, shepherds have a smooth skin. Yep.
Shepherds have got more of a straight up hair.
Okay, when you pick, it's mechanical picking.
As in physically picking it by hand.
Do you pick it by hand?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry folks, I'm a bit done with this. So it's all picked by hand. No doubt you bring in backpackers for that?
We've got islanders that come in for that.
Islanders come in for the picking. Lovely.
This tree is it's called an edronol.
Edronol.
Which is it's a mix between shepherd and Hass.
That's a mix between shepherd and Hass. Okay.
So smoother skin and it's sort of shaped a bit more like a shepherd.
Yep. Oh, another one to add to the box. Look at the size of that, it's beautiful. Is that an edronol?
That's an edronol, yeah.
Okay. Okay,
That
so
way is looking-
Boss has just done the rain gauge and it was 52 mil yesterday, which was a lot.
Right, we see all the water laying on that road down there.
Yes.
That's the Stockman.
Yeah. So do you have a bonfire here once a
No,
year?
that's about 5 years old.
Oh,
We need-
5
we do
years,
need to
okay.
burn it. Is that locked there? Oh, that's not
How are you going to get it home?
well, back to you.
Oh, true. And what are the drums with the numbers on them for?
Row numbers.
Of course. Well, that I knew that. I knew that, Boss. Row numbers. And are those flowers there just to make them pretty, or do they deter insects?
They attract bees
Yep.
as well. So,
Attract the bees, yep.
yeah. So they do. There's a lot of bees in them at the moment.
I can see them.
So avocados need to be pollinated by, well, just need to be pollinated. So we use bees. Some, there's flies that do pollination. There's also natural pollination.
Okay.
I don't have an EpiPen here either.
No, stay away. I don't know whether I've told you folks, but Tom's allergic to bees and we nearly lost him a couple of months ago. It was quite awful actually. But it was a wasp that did the damage. So that's how many avocados are produced up here, because how many different farms are there? You look
there's
after
lots.
you look after 3.
3 farms, yeah.
Yeah. So then it's not only this company, so there's lots of others. Do they export them?
Some farms do export, yeah.
Yep, you don't.
We don't.
And what else do you look after? What other fruit? I said bananas.
Well, I don't look after bananas. I'm only avocados. I only look
But-
after the avocados. And
but-
we've got a 10-hectare hay paddock that we look after as well, but that's just,
Okay.
and we use that to promote.
But this company does do bananas as well?
Yes,
Yes,
yeah.
but you don't look after them. Okay, I have set my viewers straight.
See that rain coming over there?
And see that rain coming over there?
Yeah.
We're probably going to be in the midst of that, folks.
Beat that now.
I bet we don't. Oh, nothing. I just thought that Tolga was your main avocado farm.
Well, this one is. This is the Kirai farm. Kirai Tolga.
Okay.
I'm going to go back through Tolga, probably. Yeah. Try and dodge the weather.
I called it Karai.
Kirai.
Kirai. Avocados going in
We stole one.
the pannier, in the Nelson rig. I've already told everyone, if you dump me here without any road signs, I'm a goner. And even if you dump me here with road signs, basically I'm still a goner.
Well, if you've got a phone, you can always call your daughter or son-in-law. Oh, look, I'll get you around.
Well, yeah.
Come on.
Tom's rescuing a spider at the moment. Actually, there's probably not a lot of time to do that. Okay. Right. Well, I hope that was interesting for you folks, for anyone that enjoys avocados and they come from North Queensland. This could be one of the farms they came from. I think we will get wet on the way home. And I will be home preparing some things for tomorrow with Possum's family. We'll be going over to Mariba for that. Well, Possum's family and friends. So we're going over to Mariba for that, and she's also cooking something for tonight. I will say that I have 2 daughters that are both very good cooks. They certainly didn't get it from me. I mean, I can cook, and if I really want to, I can cook something really lovely, but it's not something that I want to do a lot. But Anna enjoys it, and she does make beautiful meals, and I'm very proud of her. And of course, Tanil, they like they like to explore and to experiment with food, whereas I'm more of a plain eater. I think we've got Constable Plot up here. I don't know what the speed limit is though. Have we? No, I tell a lie. It's not Constable Plot. It's just a car waiting to get out. Both our girls are vegetarians. Not always. The eldest, Tanil, she has been for quite a long time, and Anna and Foss quite a number of years now. But within the last, gosh, I can't think, within the last 8 years maybe. And that makes their cooking a lot more interesting because they do come up with wonderful meals. When you visit, you don't miss having meat. Not a big meat eater anyway because we really can't afford it these days. We're coming into Tolga now, another place. I know they have a market here at Tolga also. I think all the little towns have markets. Not all at the same time, of course. That sign was telling me to slow down. There is the Bega group, so that would be cheese. Tolga Museum, obviously not open at the moment. It's very quiet in Tolga today. Not many cars around. Jewellery and artwork. There's a van park in there with not many vans. Backpackers, they stay there because they'd be up here picking. That looked like peanuts actually. So I know that this place up here is called the Humpy. Nut World Humpy. We've been in there a few times. So they have a lot of local produce in there, and relishes and jams and all sorts of goodies in there. It's a great place to visit up here. Lots to see and do. Very busy up here in the winter, because that's the dry. Same like Cairns, that's when people come to Cairns. A lot of caravans and tourists in Cairns over the winter because a lot of retired people, yes, we're coming out of the trees and we're into rain. A lot of retired people travel up from Victoria, New South Wales to Cairns, and because a lot of elderly people really feel the cold, and they do like to have warm temperatures during the winter, so they hook up their vans and head to Cairns. And you don't need any jumpers in Cairns during the winter. Coming into Atherton, the opposite way of how we approached it the other day. There's the service station that I got fuel at, and still I was cursing about that man beeping at me. Well, it could have been a woman, I don't know. I so wanted to keep my clean jeans dry. The boys won't want to pull over, I don't think. I mean, I could, and then they'd go up ahead, then they'd come back and say, oh no, we'll wait for you. As I said though, I mean, we could ride along here a little bit and it'll be perfectly dry, I'm not sure. It's an unknown up here. Folks, I'm going to shut the talking down because we could be in for heavy rain and I don't want to talk and concentrate on the road while it's pouring rain. So wherever this may end in the editing suite, thank you for watching. Happy Easter to you all. Enjoy your eggs if you have received any.